All right, guys, this is the new style craze, the invisible locks. These are not permanent locks. They are temporary protective style locks that give the appearance of actual locks. So I've seen it done many different ways, but I'm going to show you my way. So grab your notes and let's get started. So this is my client's hair. As you can see, she has color treated hair. It is around the 27-613 range with dark roots. So the hair I'm using, and I apologize for not getting this in the shot, is the Cuban Twist hair by Equal Shake and Go. I used 3 packs of the 16-inch in the color OT27. So I already completed the first row in the back below the ear. She actually has an undercut, so I would likely have put 2 rows in the back instead of just 1. But in this case, because of her undercut, we went with 1. And I've already started the second row above the ear. As you can see, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and start the twisted boxes before I start adding in the Cuban twist hair. And the way I measure doing that is by creating 1 large box for each section, and I want to make sure that it falls brick lay in between the section below it. So on each side of each section, it falls right in the middle of the section below it. Now, I've seen people do their flat twist in different directions because, you know, there's different ways of installing this type of style. But what I found is that doing your flat twist in the same direction that you plan on twisting the hair in the barrel form is beneficial, because if you twist it in the opposite direction, it's going to fight against itself and it's not going to stay in place. So here I'm going to show you 2 different ways to twist this section. The first being just doing a flat twist with your fingers. And you're basically just going to pull the hair very taut and flat twist it flat to the head all the way down to the bottom of that section. And I like to use the small clips to hold the twist in place as I move on to the other sections. This is very similar to how we set actual locks when we retwist them. For the other side of the section, I'm actually going to twist it like I would a regular natural lock, and that's using a lock twisting comb. It is kind of angled like this. It's very small tooth on one end and a little bit larger on the other end. And I'm just going to comb through the section. This helps me get a much smoother section when I'm doing my twist. And I'm just going to twist it nice and tight, not too tight that it hurts the client, of course. But you see, I got a much smoother outcome, and I feel like I can actually get through it a lot faster than using my hands. Now to add the hair, I'm only using 1 strand per section. You can use more if you want a thicker result, but in this case, for the density, I only needed 1. Then placing the middle of the strand in between the 2 twists, I'm going to twist the right twist together with that strand in the right direction. So twisting it to the right, then I'm going to cross it over the left section and bring the left section underneath. Then the left section, I'm going to twist that to the right as well. Once I have both sections nice and taut, I'm going to start crossing right over left and twisting downward. And I want to make sure that as I'm crossing, I'm still twisting each strand to the right. This is what's going to create that rope twist effect. Also, as I twist down, I want to make sure that I am wrapping the Cuban twist hair around the client's natural hair to help conceal it inside of the twist. And that's basically it for the tutorial itself, you guys. I am going to demonstrate this a couple of more times in the video, but I'm just going to leave with the products that I use. In this case, I only use Shine and Jam, but if you're working with a thicker textured hair, you may want to go with a thicker product like the Shine and Jam red jar, or like the Lock and Twist gel. As far as sealing the ends, you can keep them loose if you want to, like you would a Marley twist. But a lot of people have been wearing them in the barreled up twist. So basically, I just locate where I want the twist to stop, fold it over, and rubber band it. Then I just wrap the end upward until it is completely tight, and then I rubber band the end of that twist as well. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You want to keep it nice and taut so it doesn't come loose, and feel free to use as many rubber bands as you need to. It does give a more natural look, kind of like the butterfly lock effect, if you will. All right, so I'm going to leave with that. The rest of the video is essentially a watch me work. If you have any questions about the type of hair I'm using, type of products I'm using, always feel free to respond in the comments below. I do wonder, however, because this is a trending style, and a lot of styles, sometimes they come and go, sometimes they stay forever. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is going to stick around for a while? I don't know. I really don't know, you guys. You never know with these things. Like, for example, I thought passion twists were going to be a one-hit wonder, but I still get requests for them all the time. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is this a one-hit wonder, or you think it's going to stick around? I don't know. I really don't. But anyways, I'm going to let this play out. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope this video helps somebody out. As always, if it does, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and share it with a friend. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and don't miss our uploads. And yeah, we're going to close out with that. So thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.